Round 19. Okay. So, first of all, we need to place a marker in line with any popcorn from round 12. So, from the popcorn, just come straight up and pop a marker in that stitch. Okay? It's important that you do this so that everything stays straight and looks right. Okay, so pop that marker in first of all. Okay, and then we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the stitch before that marked stitch. Okay. Right, then in our next stitch, which is our marked stitch, okay, we are going to slip stitch, chain 3, treble, all in the same stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so all in that same stitch we have a slip stitch, a chain 3, a treble, a chain 3, and a slip stitch. Okay, we're then going to single crochet in the next 15 stitches. Okay, so that's our repeat. So you start with the single crochet before your marked stitch, then in your marked stitch, so it's in line with your popcorn, slip stitch, chain 3, treble, chain 3, slip stitch, all into that same stitch. Single crochet in the next 15, then repeat again. So I've done 2 repeats here so that you can see that these loops sit above your popcorns. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that repeat 12 times. Omit the last single crochet because you've already made that. Join to that standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, so you're going to have 12 loops, chain 3, treble, chain 3, 15 single crochet in between on each repeat. Okay, the slip stitches are not counted in any stitch count or anything like that. Okay, so all the way round, join to that standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 20. Okay, we've got a hint before we start that says your work will be wobbly for the next few rounds. Okay, so we are going to join with a standing single crochet in the 10th single of any repeat. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's number 10. Okay, standing single crochet. We're then going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, we've got 3 single crochet left there. We're going to skip those and we're then going to work 7 treble in the next chain 3 space. Okay, so because we're stretching, to avoid getting a stretched top loop on that first treble, normally for a treble you'd yarn over twice. Just go once into the space, pull up a loop and pull through 2, and then pinch at the bottom there, pull your hook out, pick up the slack yarn and pop your hook back in and go through 2 and through 2. Okay, and that keeps that top loop nice and tight and even. Okay, and then your others you just do normally. Okay, so we're going to do 7 treble into that chain 3 space, and as you make them, just squish them down to the bottom. Okay, so we've got 7 in that chain 3 space. Then we're going to make 3 into the treble, and we're then going to make another 7 in the next chain 3 space. So you're going to have a total of 17 treble going around the shell. Okay, so we've skipped 3, 7 treble in that first chain 3 space, 3 treble into the treble, 7 treble in the next chain 3 space. Now make sure that you don't count that slip stitch as a stitch, okay? It's those first 3 single crochet that you're going to skip, and you're then going to single crochet in the next 9. Okay, which again will leave you with 3 single crochet to skip before you get to the next shell. Okay, how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 3 single crochet left. Okay, so that is your repeat. Okay, skip 3, 7 treble, 3 treble into the treble, 7 treble, skip 3, single crochet in 9. Go ahead and do that 12 times, and you're then going to join to your standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Round 21. Okay, first of all we've got a hint to work the back post single crochet approximately halfway down the post of the treble stitches to form a deep cup. Okay, but before we do that, we're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and then in the next stitch. Okay, I'm just going to pop a marker in there. Okay, so you've got 1 single crochet left there. Okay, then I'll repeat. We're going to skip that next stitch and back post single crochet around the next 17. So as I said, try to come about halfway down the post of the treble. If I just do a few, you will then see that it makes this really sit like a cup. Okay, so by doing that, it's really extra folding over, if you like, and it sits like quite a deep cup. Okay, so a back post single crochet, 17 of them, so that's 1 around each treble. Okay, so we've done 17 back post singles. We're then going to skip the next stitch, which is that first single crochet, and then single crochet in 7. Okay, so this time it's just the first and last single crochet that you skip, and then a back post single around each of the trebles that you made. Okay, so again double check you've got 7 single crochet between each shell, petal, whatever you like to call it, shell, and when you look sideways you've got quite a deep cup there. Okay, so 12 times, omit the last 2 single crochet because you've already made them at the beginning there, join to that first single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 22. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the 5th single crochet of any repeat. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because there's 7 single crochets there, it means that we've got 2 left at that end. Okay. Repeat. Skip the next 2 stitches. That's your last 2 single crochet. And then we're going to make a puff stitch in the next stitch, which is our first back post single here. So yarn over, into the stitch, pull up a loop and lift. So make sure that you're not holding too tight on your working yarn there. Lift to the height of a double crochet. I'm going to do that 4 times. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over, pinch, turn your hook so that it's pointing downwards, pull through and chain 1 to close your puff stitch. Okay, you're then going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, puff stitch in the next stitch. Okay, so remember, lift to the height of a double crochet and you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop 4 times. Chain 1 to close, chain 1 for the pattern, skip a stitch, puff stitch in the next stitch. Okay, that closing chain 1 is part of the puff stitch. Okay, so it almost looks as if you've got 2 chains there in between your puff stitches. Okay, so you're going to do that 8 times. Okay, so we've got a total of 9 puff stitches and 8 chain 1 spaces working around the shell. Okay, you're then going to skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 3, which again leaves you 2 single crochet at the end of that repeat. Okay, so again, remember a couple of rounds back I said your work's going to go wobbly, so you could have all this sort of twisty type of stuff going on. Don't worry, the next couple of rounds brings everything together. Okay, so skip 2, puff stitch in the next one, which is your first back post single. It's then chain 1, skip a stitch, puff stitch in the next stitch. You're going to do that 8 times, which will bring you right round to your last back post single there. Skip 2, single crochet in 3. Okay, so 12 times all the way round. You're going to omit the last single crochet because you've already made it there. Join to that standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 23, and we are going to join with a standing single crochet in the last chain 1 space of any shell. Okay, so that's the chain 1 space before that last puff stitch. Okay, we're going to skip the next stitch, which is the puff stitch, and we're then going to make a double crochet 2 together over the first and third. So we skip the second stitch. Okay, so yarn over into the first single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over and through 2. Yarn over, skip the second stitch, into the third stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so the second stitch is skipped and our double crochet 2 together goes into the first and third single crochets. Okay, skip the next stitch, which is our first puff stitch, and we're then going to single crochet in that first chain 1 space. Okay. Then our repeat is skip the next stitch, which is our puff stitch, and make 3 single crochet into the chain 1 space. Okay, and we're going to do that 6 times. So skip the puff, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've done that 6 times. Okay, so there's 1 single crochet in this first chain space, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 3 single crochet, and we're then going to skip that next stitch and single crochet into the last chain 1 space, which matches with where we started here. Okay, so remember your double crochet 2 together goes over the first and third, and you skip that second stitch. Okay, all the way round and join to your standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Round 24. Okay, we're going to start off by making a slip stitch into the next stitch, which is our double crochet 2 together. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts as a treble. Okay, so the first 3 chains count as the post, and the last one counts as the top 2 loops of that stitch. We're then going to make 2 treble into the same stitch. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, so we've got 3 trebles there, all made into the double crochet 2 together. Okay, then I'll repeat. Skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are then going to single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, my yarn's rolling away. Okay, and then we're going to make 2 single crochet in the next stitch. Oops, that's it, make the stitch, and then single crochet in the next 4 stitches, and we're going to do that twice. 2, 3, and 4. Then it's 2 in the next one. 1, 2, and then single in 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you'll notice that your first single crochet goes into the third single of that group of 3, and your last one goes into the first of this group of 3 at the end. Okay, we're going to skip the next 3 stitches, so then those next 3 single crochet, and we're then going to make 3 treble into the next stitch, which is our double crochet 2 together. Okay, so that is our repeat. Okay, so it's skip 3, single crochet in 4, and then 2 in the next stitch, single in 4 twice, so 2 and 4. Skip 3 and 3 treble into the next stitch, which is your double crochet 2 together. Go ahead and do that 12 times. You're going to omit the last 3 treble because you've already made them. Join to the top of that chain 4, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 25. Okay, we've got a hint before we start that all stitches and chains are worked in front of the other rounds. Okay, so we're going to begin by joining with a standing single crochet in any skipped single crochet of round 22. So that's the one in between the double crochet two together. Okay, so into the stitch and push your hook up in front of the other rounds and make your stitch. Okay, chain 3, front post single around the next puff stitch of round 22. We're going to do that 9 times. Okay, so chain 3 and then front post single around the puff stitch 9 times. Okay, so it's 9 times, and then again we're going to single crochet into the skipped single crochet, making sure that your hook comes up in front of the other rounds so you can bend the other rounds back to work that stitch. Okay, let's just... Okay, so that's what we've got. So chain 3, front post single around the next puff stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Chain 3, single crochet into your skipped single of round 22 down here. Okay, all the way round, join to your standing single crochet, fasten off, and then thread the ends through to the back of your work so that you can fasten off away down here. Okay, and that is the end of part 1. So if you haven't worked all of your ends away, I do suggest you do now, just to make life easier when you continue with part 2. Thanks for watching.